It's Chad, man. I'm back with the mental I seek, and it's another mental session. So I was saying in the last one, man, gotta become a better thinker. It's part of the reason why my interest in psychology is so strong. An industrial organization of psychology, it mixes the psychology aspect with the business aspect. My two main fields, main interests. So thinking about going all the way to getting my doctorate in psychology. I always wanted to be a scientist, but as time went on, I started realizing that was a more fleeting dream. Maybe not, but the way they go about science today is I don't think it's scientific at all for the most part, but they're experts. Even though I don't yield to that, which is a part of becoming a better thinker. I've gotten into the logic and reasoning. These things are important, especially the way civilization is going. The days of you not being able to read, still being successful, chances of getting slimmer and slimmer, unless you just got an outstanding understanding, where you can understand things and hear things and put them together and be able to execute based upon that. And some people do have that ability, believe it or not. They're able to take the most complex things and make them simple. So, but even then, it's still good to know how to read, understand, think, so you can make sound decisions about what you've read. And if you have the right understanding about what you understand, hear a lot in the media about people saying they signed bad deals, got all this money up front, now they owe money, they're in debt, they still owe art, which is their music or whatever it is that they was in a deal for. So even if you're not going to college or don't want to go to college, still take time to learn and read and learn things for yourself, instead of having somebody telling you what to do, and then they could easily just say, oh, I was wrong. Being wrong could cost you your livelihood or your life or anything. It's even worse when you the head of your household and you didn't take the time to listen to what somebody was telling you, and now you done got yourself and the ones up under you in a bad situation because you neglected to learn for yourself. I've been reading an author by the name of Ayn Rand. Came from Soviet Russia, became an American, and wrote non-fiction and fiction about objectivity, ways of thinking. And I'm learning her philosophy, and I'm learning from her. I learned a lot from her, even though I disagree with a few things she said. They're still pretty good, Out of all the things she said, there's a few I disagree with, but for the most part, I think she's really intelligent, got a really sound way of thinking for the most part. She was an atheist. I believe in God, so that's the main disagreement. But I can kind of see why she don't believe in God, because she says she can't prove it. But I say the proof is how the rivers flow every day into the ocean and the seas, and they flow back into the river. But we still can be on dry land. With all the tornadoes and hurricanes and tsunamis, it's still order in all of those things. Still order in them. So, I don't know, to me that's proof, but to her it wasn't enough. But she passed, so maybe God have mercy on her and she was able to meet him. But even though I believe in God and other people don't, I think that God still allow atheists to come through if they were still good, I don't know. God is God. They say God is kind and merciful and all these things. And why wouldn't a person's disbelief in him block them from getting to heaven even though they was good? I don't know, I ain't God, but I don't think so. Though I believe in God, I got plenty of things about religion I disagree with. Like that, they say God is a jealous God. Why would God be jealous of what he made? I don't know. It don't make sense to me. Better than all of us. So what about you that you'll be jealous about? If everybody didn't worship him to worship you, I'm pretty sure, I haven't met a perfect person, so pretty sure they could see your flaws. But they would still idolize you. I don't know, man. People are people. But I think that's a misconception. I may be wrong, but I don't think God is jealous. And I'm a human, but jealousy and envy are something that I personally don't struggle with maybe as much as others, even though they may have more than me or whatever. It's just, why would somebody be jealous of anybody when you can get what they got if you even want it? If I see somebody with a Rolls Royce, I'm happy to see a Rolls Royce and somebody with it. Hey, maybe I'll get one. I'm not mad that you got one. And I've had times where I had to check myself when I thought I may be feeling jealous, but every time I felt that feeling, I actually thought about, I guess, my reasoning for the feeling. It just didn't make sense. Like, ain't nothing to be jealous about. I just don't get it. And that's okay. Because being a great thinker, you learn that some things you just not supposed to get. And I had to learn that by trying to understand something that I wasn't supposed to understand and didn't understand. So, kind of like women. As a man, you can understand a woman, but it's at a certain point where you ain't gonna understand. If I'm wrong, let me know. It's at a certain point, y'all can have an understand, but at a certain point, you ain't gonna be able to understand her, and she ain't gonna be able to understand you. I don't care how many guys she hang around with. I don't care how many girls you hang around with, or in your family, or whatever. It's just certain points. It ain't gonna happen. So another part of great thinking is knowing that it's okay not to know everything, not to get everything right. It is okay. As long as you get the main things right and improve on in areas where you able to and should, that's good enough. Don't get bogged down, because then you'll start feeling inadequate and all those other things. God is good. So yeah, we're gonna explore some more mentoring sessions. If I can give you some encouragement, some enlightenment, maybe you can hear something that'll spark that genius within you. Maybe you be the next Einstein or Elon Musk, or genius of your field of work, whatever that may be. So, till next time, y'all be blessed.